All right, guys, gonna do an experiment this week, I guess. So today, Monday, May 1st, 2023, first day of the month. Having a glass bottle of Coke. So, man, it's been rough for me. I have drank energy drinks for years, and I get off of them for a little bit, and then I just end up going right back to them. And now, with everything going up in price, the energy drinks have gotten almost, the ones I like are almost $3 a can. So I'm not doing that anymore. No more. So for me, when I wake up in the morning, I used to always have an energy drink in the morning because I'm not a coffee drinker. So that was how I woke up. It's not working out too good for me. I haven't found something that gets me awake. So I'm going to have to find something. I got to tell you that, because it takes me a few hours to get motivation, we'll say. Anyway, so going to do an experiment this week. Hopefully you guys are on board. I don't have anything on the schedule this week, so I am going to work all week on my wife's 55 four-door, and I kind of wanted to do an experiment with, I'm going to put 8 hours a day in the car, 9 to 5, with the exception of, my 15 or 20 minute lunch break I have, which I eat here. But I want to see exactly how much work I can get done in 8 hours, because normally it's, one day I may not work on these cars, and then next day I may work 3 or 4 hours on something, or sometimes I come out and work an hour or two and I'm done. So I just kind of want to see what can get done in an 8-hour day. And I'm on the road for paint. I want to get this car painted within the next month or two, and that's a tall order, man. It really is. It's going to be a pretty nice paint job on the car. I want my wife to be proud of it, but it's a lot of work. Anyway, I do have a playlist on my channel of this car. In case you're new to the channel, it's a 55 four-door Chevy. It's a 210 series. It's not a Bel Air. I'm building this car for my wife. It's going to be pretty much just a stock-looking 55, but it does have disc brakes and stuff. I'm putting a little 305 in it, turbo 350 transmission, got a 10-bolt rear end in it with 308 gears, so it should be very, very highway friendly. I've got a vintage air kit for it. So it'll have AC, it's going to have heated seats, 3-point seat belts, front sway bar. I've upgraded just a few things on it. Not putting power steering on it right now. It may be something we do later, but it'll have the original 18-inch steering wheel on it, and it's got skinny tires, so it should be okay for her. She's not a weakling. She can turn a steering wheel is what I'm saying. But anyway, I want to build this car for her, a real deal daily driver that she can drive to work, and it'll sit in a parking lot all day. And we'll use it to go grocery shopping in, and like a true daily driver, as if it was bought new and used like it should be. If it gets dinged up, scratched up, dented up, I'll just fix it. You know what I mean? They're machines, they can be repaired, you know what I mean? But anyway, the plan is to work all week on it, 8 hours a day, about 8 hours. Sometimes I may work 9 hours, sometimes I may work 7.5 hours, it just depends. But I kind of want to see how much I can get done. Now, what I'm going to start off with today is, after I get the car pulled outside on the carport, it's supposed to be nice this week. It rained all last week. That's why I didn't do anything to these cars this whole last week. It rained from Monday through Friday, so I didn't get anything done. So it was nice all weekend. I took the weekend off with my wife. We didn't really do anything. I did mow the yard, so I don't have to mow it again until the weekend. So I've got all week to this car. But I want to finish this fender, which is going to require just a little bit more welding, a little bit more grinding. I've just about got the rust repair done on the headlight cap and the patch down there. And then this fender will be done. I do got to do some rust repair underneath here. And then I'm going to start on that fender. Very first thing before I start working on this fender is I got to go out to the shed and get the door and get it hung on here. And then I got to check the fit of the fender to the door and make sure that's good. But this fender is going to take a whole heck of a lot of work, man. I talked a little bit on this, about this on my update video there like a week ago. And, the car had a fender bender at one time in its life, and they put a used fender on it. All the rest of the sheet metal is original to the car except this fender. But anyway, it's off of Bel Air, and they did a crappy job on it. But anyway, I've got to cut all that crap out of there and put in metal and all kinds of good stuff. That fender is going to take a lot of work. I don't have the luxury to open up a catalog and buy a brand new fender. I don't have that kind of money, so I've got to repair what I have here. Anyway, you Tri-5 aficionados, if you've caught that yet, if you see that gold paint in there, That is original gold paint, as you can see by the black primer underneath. Some of you guys know what that fender's off of. I will touch on that later when I get to it. But this is the opening video of what's coming this week. Now I'm going to do a video upload every day. I may do 2 videos a day. It just depends on how much content I actually get. But I'm going to be hooked up on this car for a week. So it will be coming back off the chassis again and going back on the body cart so I can do the primer and the paint work. Because I don't want to have to mask off the whole chassis and worry about overspray and all that kind of crap. I have a body cart here that is perfect for Tri-5 firewalls. When you go in and paint the firewall, you don't have anything in your way. You can get paint and everything down there. So anyway, now this car is just going to be like a basic restoration. Nothing super far out custom, kind of like some of the parts I made for this car. Now this car I went through and sanded and buffed the dash, the firewall, the door jams. I even buffed the toe boards on this thing down low. The trunk jam, all that stuff got sanded and buffed. I'm not doing that to this car. This car, I want the outside to look really, really awesome, so the outside will get sanded and polished. But as far as the door jams, firewall, and all that, it's just going to be however the paint lays down is how it lays down. Unless I get a run, I might sand and polish the run out. But otherwise, it's just going to be a basic restoration. But it's going to look like an original car. But it'll have some upgrades. But if you're new to the channel, maybe you came to the channel for the hardtop. This car I'm building for my wife, and there are lots of videos on playlists for this car. There's well over 100 videos in the playlist for this car. But anyway, 350, turbo 350, 10 bolt with 308 gears, disc brakes, front sway bar, idler arm bearing conversion kits, 3-point seat belts, heated seats, vintage air, AC and heat kit. So it'll be a decent car, you know what I mean? But we are going to use it. And I plan on doing a vacation in this car. I want to do a Route 66 vacation thing in this car and drive. Probably not going to do the entire Route 66. I actually live on Route 66. I think I'm like 6 miles away from the Blue Whale, and Route 66 is like 1/8 of a mile right there. It's not too far from me. So I drive it pretty much every day when I go somewhere. But anyway, I thought about driving Missouri way and going out that way and possibly going to, I think it's called the 66 Drive-In in Carthage, Missouri, spending the night there, and then maybe the next day seeing how far we can get. But do like almost a week or something, and then turn around and come back. So I don't know how far that'll actually go, but it's definitely probably get a couple states out. But anyway, I've got to get some work done. I need to get some caffeine in me and try to get awake here, but that is the plan. Going to do a video upload every day. May do 2 videos. It just depends on how much content I get. But anyway, definitely going to be a busy week, and I'm going to bring you guys along with me. So anyway, hell, let's get started. Thanks for watching.